Hey everybody, my name is JJ Asghar. I really do have the email address of awesome@ibm.com. And no joke, I've tried to do this talks for about 7 years, and I finally had an opportunity to do it here for the second time. First time was at Cloud Austin, so thank you. So what is Ed? We all know what Vim is, but it was actually developed by Ken Thompson in 1969 on the PD7 at Bell Labs. It is actually on every single person's laptop right now, you just don't realize it. If you want to get into it, all you got to do is type Ed. And that's really it, which is really nice. So it means you actually have a text editor on your laptop that you didn't even know existed. It's part of the POSIX standard also, so every single Mac and, frankly, Windows because of WSL. How do you get out of it? Because as soon as you type Ed, you're like, what the fuck, man? So you hit Q. And that's actually how you get out, which is cool. It helps out quite a bit. And having that little counter there is great. Normally you don't have it. That's wonderful. So when you saw that, when you clicked on the Ed button, you typed Ed, there was nothing there. You need to add a prompt so that you know that you're actually inside of Ed. So that's how you add it. As you notice, there's a little slash right there. It's because, you know, bash is evil sometimes. But then you just type that little command. So as you see here, when you add a new line to a document, or add a new line with that A, you can type something. And then I'm typing something else. And then you hit period, and then now you're done typing into it, which is nice. It's just a buffer. It's not actually a file yet. So how do you print out that last line? What does print start with? P. Oh, cool. P. That's the last line. It only prints out that last line, which is nice. And my timing's off. Wonderful. Now, if you need to move around because of why just only look at the last line of the file, you probably have more lines. You use things called numbers. Very nice, right? So you hit type with number 1, and then boom, you see, hey, this is the first line on that. Now, if you hit N, you actually get the line number, which is nice. But if you want to add something after that line, so if you want to do it, you just hit the A, maybe append. That seems reasonable. And now, if you want to see and finish the appendation, you type 3, and then all of a sudden, I'm seeing the third line. Believe it or not, this whole file actually does work. But if you need to add before it, you need to type the letter I. And I will allow you to write above that line. Now, you're probably wondering how you fix the spelling, and I'm an atrocious speller. This comes up in a second. Now, if you need to replace a line, let's say we need to replace line 4, you type the letter C. And then all of a sudden, you can just write over that line, which is C4 change. Hey, there seems to be logic here. But we got to sometimes delete. Who knows how to delete a line inside of Vim? It's usually % number. Oh, it's gone faster than I was expecting. Now, you use that D line, and all of a sudden it deletes the whole line, which is something great. You can join lines too. Now, J, if you didn't know, capital J inside of Vim actually joins lines. That comes from influence here, where the J is joining lines. For instance, lines 3 and 4. Breathe. Now, if you want to see the full buffer, which, by the way, it is called a buffer, so emacs, yay, you do %P. Wait, that seems really familiar. That's also out of Vim too, because it was started here. So if you want to just print out a portion of the file for line 3 and 4, 3, 4, all of a sudden you print out those lines, which is nice. Breathe again. Now, this is interesting because sometimes you need to print out relative lines. Now, how many times have you used grep to grep out something, and then all of a sudden you need like, oh, I need the line ahead of it or behind it? Plus and minus comes directly from here again. As you can see, line 4 right there moves up and down. Now, you can actually even move lines with, what is it? M. Yes, there's actual logic here, which is really neat when you start getting deeper into this space. It's like people actually thought about what they were doing. And also, you know, teletyping. Now, this one's interesting. What does that mean? No. We all love grep. Turns out grep actually originated from this actual line. If you look, grep is actually coming from Ed. And also, with the slash inside of Vim for search, you can go ahead and do slash inside of here so you can actually find that specific line you were looking for all through the file, which seems pretty consistent. Almost. And then finally, you can write out the file with just simple W, which is wonderful. And you know, that's learning Ed. You can absolutely get these slides off of me. I stole it from someone else because that's the best way to get the information. Thank you.
All right. Excellent.